No doubt, the English Premier League, the La Liga, and the Ligue 1 are one of the three. Other comes in between, no particular order, but it's also EPL, La Liga, and the French Ligue 1. If you look at the trajectory for the past 10 years, there's a lot of followership, you understand, and in viewership also in watching the La Liga. The reason being that in the past, we do have a lot of Nigerians, talking like the days of Rashid, talking about Amonike in Barcelona and some other great players. We don't get that viewership like it's like in the past, but there's always that mindset that we have in Nigeria in a particular club. But now that there's the La Liga followership has expanded since then, we get to watch our players in La Liga. Just of recently, we know that Omar Sadiq has just joined Valencia. We also know the very fact that though I thought he has left now, talking about Iheanacho, who still at Sevilla. So still at Sevilla. So the rate at which Nigerians watch La Liga and follow La Liga is close to 60%. 60% in the sense that the EPL has taken the whole followership from the country, but La Liga is not left out. And we also have big clubs, the Real Madrid, the Barcelona, the Atletico Madrid, and all that. So I would say that yearly there has been a great followership and viewership of La Liga in the country, no doubt about that. Yeah, there are also helping the viewership, not just great players, and it all depends on the country. If the Nigerian player comes to La Liga, then the followership and viewership increase. It doesn't have to be Lionel Messi, but though that creates an impact in the followership and the viewership of Nigerians watching La Liga. But just for example, you see if Victor Osimhen should go to La Liga right now, definitely there should be increase in followership. So it is not just about Lionel Messi, Mbappe, though like I said, they increase the followership and the viewership. But if Nigerian player in the national team goes to such a country to play, then definitely there will be an increase in followership. Just for example, if Victor Osimhen goes there, there will be followership and there will be viewership. And just imagine, okay, we're thinking about Ademola Lookman. If Ademola Lookman, thank you. If Ademola Lookman goes to the La Liga, there will be followership. And that applies to every other part of Africa, that if a player of a particular country goes to La Liga, then the followership will increase.
Mentioned earlier on, one of those factors that's affecting La Liga in Nigeria for now, we don't really have enough Nigerian players in La Liga, and the ones that we have, they are not a regular player in Super Eagles, and some of them plays for Sevilla.
Yeah,
so
Chiderejuk
and Kelechi, and those ones they have passed their prime in Super Eagles. So people don't really watch them as the others, like the Taiwo Awoniyi, this guy that plays with Nottingham Forest, Olaino, and the rest, and Iwobi in Fulham, Kavibasi in Fulham, like they are calling Little Town, and the rest. So maybe La Liga needs to invest in Nigerian players. They need to bring in more Nigerian players, especially some of the Super Eagles players or under 23 Olympic team players and all. They need to inject them into the team so that people can have interest to watch one of their own boy player. Some of those players they grew among us. So for instance, if I have a player that plays that was born and raised in Shimana, that plays for Levante, for instance, I'll be eager to watch the ball. So we need to sign more Nigerian players. Like the other point I raised earlier on, lack of awareness and publicity in Nigeria. La Liga does not have enough publicity in Nigeria. If you go to Lagos, everywhere you see signboards of Premiership, serious advertisement on newspaper, on everything. So La Liga, they need to do more in their publicity. Maybe they need to bring some football clinic to Nigeria. They need to organize tournament. There was a time they brought Atletico Madrid to come and play Nigerian Team B, and it really gave La Liga a face. Mutia Adepoju was handling was handling the program there. La Liga, stroke Nigeria, the Nigeria Team B home base player. And it was fun then. At least they had over 45,000 viewers at Abuja National Stadium then. Even Torres was still playing with Atletico Madrid, and he became the best player of the match that particular day. The match ended like 4-3, and it was a very super match. They need to create more awareness. They need to create more tournament for Nigeria. Their scouts needs to boom their searchlight into our local players. You can go to Remo Stars and pick players, go to Imba, pick players from there. And in La Liga, and we are talking about a big viewership. Nigeria is about 200 million people. When about half of them is following La Liga, you know what that means in business, in viewership rights, in sponsorship rights, in publicity. So they need to do more. They need to invest more in awareness, in creating awareness in their football clinic, tournament organization, scouts. They need to come in and scout for our local players. See people watching Premiership. Immediately the Premiership ended, it's only the core Madrid or Barcelona fans that do come, and they are just like 3 or 4 or 5 at most to show Barcelona. And this has really affected, you know, when about 50 people were watching the match, immediately Liverpool finished it like around 7:30 on Sunday. Barcelona start at exactly 8 o'clock. Then you discover that like 80% of the fans will leave. It has been lucrative. I would rate him 2/10, because when you have about 50 people that comes to watch Premiership, immediately Premiership ends. You have only like 5 or 10 people that will stay back, and most of those people that stay back, half of them were enjoying their drinks. So the only half are interested in Barcelona, whatever they are playing.
Over the years, La Liga has continued to enjoy increased followership from Nigerians, and this is very commendable. If you look at from the likes of Peter Rufai for Deportivo La Corona, Finidi George for Real Betis, and down the line we always have, every other season we have a Nigerian playing in the La Liga. I think that has helped the league a lot, and also for the fact that the league has been able to command the biggest players. Every other year we have a big player coming from the La Liga. People talk about the Premiership, and it's surprising that it's only Cristiano Ronaldo that has won the Ballon d'Or as a player in the in Premiership. But if you look at the La Liga in converse, you can see that many players that are playing in the La Liga has gone on to win the Ballon d'Or. So this speaks a lot about the league, the technicality, and all that has to do with it. And thankfully, more Nigerians are getting the chance to watch the La Liga, even in their houses now. Most of the bouquets you have on this pay TVs are encouraging the showing of La Liga. Start Times, for example, they have a very I won't say cheap, affordable bouquet that allows more Nigerians to watch. So I think this is a good one, and in no distance future, I can see the La Liga might be wrestling more fans away from the Premiership.